This is Super Mario Flash. Indeed, and I'm playing a Flash game. Why? Well, for a couple reasons. First of all, it's not just any Flash game, because this game here, Super Mario Flash, is quite truly something. The reason being that it not only has a full-on Mario game inside of it, but also this bit right here, the level editor, which is what we're going to go through today. This level editor that has existed all the way back to, I believe, 2007. Yes, 2007, even before the release of Super Mario Maker. This level editor is truly one of a kind. Now, yes, there have been many other game level editors out there, but I just want to show you, and we're going to play as Mario, that this level editor, part of this game called Super Mario Flash, is incredible. So in this video, I want to show you it, build a level along the way, have a bit of fun, pretty much that. So you agree to here. The best thing about the level builder is, you can also share them. Yeah, basically the same as Super Mario Maker. You can build and share levels to the world. But what makes this better, and I think simpler for the matter, is that the way you can basically share your levels in this game is by going here, load. And basically what this is that you can paste your level code here, in which the level code is actually based on what is part of a level. So I'll give you an example. So if you look here, this is a place called Pastebin, where it's basically a website where you can just paste text and share it. What this is a full-on level code to a level that someone built in Super Mario Flash. All these numbers and all this code here, everything relates to how the level was built. So if I go ahead and paste all this into load, paste all this in here, then once you click the load button, you will get the level itself. Bowser's Castle DS Remake 1. And when you play, it is quite literally exactly that. So you can imagine, yes, that is very, very cool and very genius in how they thought, how can there be a good way to share levels on just a Flash game that can be refreshed every time you leave it? And then they come up with the idea of level codes. Level codes in Mario Flash games is by far one of the most genius things I've ever seen in Flash games, especially Mario building Flash games. So that's cool enough. We're going to go here and create, and you can change. You can do any kind of area you want, and you can even select the level and size. So here you are in the level builder itself. If you click the up arrow, here you have the menus, and already when you go through these menus, you can already tell there is a lot more that these menus has to offer than Super Mario Maker. And for this entire video, I don't want to be constantly putting down Mario Maker, or at least talking about things that I think does much better than Super Mario Maker does in terms of the user interface and how much the game has to offer. But when you look at this, when you look at how much these menus has to offer, how can you not love this more? How can you not love this more than Mario Maker? Let's just gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm gonna first point out these question mark blocks, in which it doesn't matter, in which you yourself doesn't need to manually put in an item into the question mark blocks, because they already have them in there, in regards to the coin, mushroom, and star. Alright, as you can tell, most of these blocks are ones that, most of which you will never find normally in Super Mario Maker. Especially even animated grass. When you're building normally in Mario Maker 1, extra details on the ground that you do will come up automatically on its own. But in this one, you can manually put in animated grass, which is pretty cool. But even lava in a land type level, there is actually a dedicated block that has lava in it. So you can literally have a lands level. You can have any area, but still have lava. The next thing I'll mention are the pipes. Now, for these pipes, there are a lot of possibilities on how you can make these pipes. And they're laid out perfectly. So you can make a wall pipe exactly as laid out like this. And then you probably wonder, well, how can I make Mario go into the pipe? Where normally, in Mario Maker 1, you would just drag Mario into it. But with this, obviously, you can't do anything. But not when you use the special warp menu, where basically you can pick an area where Mario goes. Now, what's interesting about this is that you don't actually need a pipe to go a certain area. So let's click on this pipe, which has the up arrow. You could put it right here, and then obviously you're gonna need the exit. Let's make the exit go into, you can also do it in the main level, but let's just do it in the bonus level, just to show you. And we'll make it go up like this, and let's put it right here. So basically the new warp pipe's created, and then when you go on and play this level, if you remember, I put it here. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then it will just come out like that. So what's funny is that you don't need a pipe to warp. That's another interesting thing about this game. You could potentially do like a maze level, or just an invisible level, or just a level with challenge that you have to try and find your way through a level without going through one of the warps. I was gonna say pipes, but again, you don't need pipes to do warps. Alright, and there are some other things you can do regarding the settings of the level. Like, for example, setting the flagpole. This is basically the same, except you're not limited on where you can place the flagpole. So setting up the flagpole, it's much easier than Mario Maker. You could basically just put it anywhere. You could just grab the flagpole and just place it anywhere. Let's make it pretty further into the level. Just put it there. And also you can select the start point of a level. Now, one of my favorite parts about level building in this game is setting the music. Because if you click here, you can change the music that is played in the area that you are in. So basically, here's what's normally the castle music, but you're actually in the overworld. So that is pretty awesome, selecting any music you want in this selection that you have, no matter what the area is. Alright, we're just gonna start with normal Super Mario World, overworld, because that's nice. But I reckon for the bonus zone, we're gonna use this one. This is a very, very nice tune for a bonus zone. And of course, level name, cool stuff. And once you play, here you are in the overworld with the selected music that I did. And once you go through the warp, which is right there, it will then go and change to the music you selected for the bonus zone. How cool is that? I'm gonna now show you the monsters menu, and it's basically the same selection as you would normally see in Mario Maker 1. But there is one difference I can see regarding the Koopas. And there's 3 different types, which I actually don't know the differences between each of the 3, but let's have a look. Let's get each of the 3 red Koopas just on these question blocks. Okay, so the first Koopa just stays... Okay, so oh boy. Okay, so the first Koopa just stays where it is. The second one is just one of those jumping ones. And then the third one is the one that just flies. And I guess everything else is about the same as you normally see in Mario Maker 1. So, no differences here, but still good to see all these monsters here regardless. Alright, last menu here, I haven't really shown yet, is the objects. Not too much here, but you got basically all the different kinds of platforms. For example, up, down, the ones that fall, and side 1 and side 2, which I believe are the ones that move left and right. And I mean, of course, coins. And I believe, yes, there's still hidden blocks. So yes, you can still have the trolls put in hidden blocks in this one. Alright, so let's now play through the level of cool stuff, which is basically just all stuff that's like pretty different. Oh god, that is a very horrifying noise. When you hold jump underneath here. Oh god, that is an awful noise. And yep, I put hidden blocks here. And for some reason these, oh, okay. And here are the falling ones. But yeah, already quite a few different things as part of this game. So while this is pretty simplistic, it's the same as Mario Maker, and while there may be a couple things that Mario Maker has done a little better than this level build in Mario Flash, you can't deny how amazing the selection of everything was, and how everything was possible literally all the way back in 2007. Especially the warp points, like this, the fact that you can put in warps without actually requiring a pipe itself. Like it's weird, but it's pretty freaking awesome. Alright, so now that you've seen the level builder and how cool but also interesting some of the features of it have, I'm going to now build the level. And the main idea is that I'm going to focus on making a level where most things in it are exclusive to this Mario Flash game in comparison to the first Super Mario Maker itself. As you've seen before, in regards to what's possible to do in Mario Flash and what isn't for Super Mario Maker. Alright, as much as I feel I want to start off the level with land, I'm kind of going for a different approach here. I want to go snow. I think snow seems like really nice. And bonus one, I'm going to stick with the forest, because I know which music I'm using for the bonus level. Right, level size, I want to keep it the same. But bonus, I just want to make it just a tad bit bigger. Let's go 1200 or something. Okay, I want to start off with something that'll really get you going. Gonna start off with a bit of a wall here. Okay, so bullet bill cannons, I want them to shoot. So I'll put them right against here. Just want to see if it's possible for the... Okay, the bullet bills can get over. But you can't really, like, high jump on the bullet bills, can you? No, you can't. So, I'm gonna try a different approach. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with putting lava pits in a non-castle world. I wonder what obstacle I can do for jumping over the lava pit. Let's go for this solid one here. No, I'm gonna extend the lava a bit more. Like, a lot more. Okay, I'm glad the game tells you what the differences are between these enemies. It says walk, jump. Yeah, we want the fly. We want the fly. Now, you can't jump very well with these Koopas. I was thinking of putting a multiple line in, but as I've established, you can't jump high on top of enemies. So I'm just going to put like one in, and then like a block to jump onto. And then there's just that for the rest of the lava pit. And, okay. I reckon I could put it one further. Yeah, okay, but you gotta watch out there. I'm thinking a hidden block somewhere here that you have to find in order to progress through to another long jump, I reckon. Like this. Alright, I really want to get to the warp points later, because I know I'm having a lot of fun messing around with the warps. But later, because I have an idea on how I can make that a fun thing and also exclusive. Okay, I'm going to put a falling platform here, so you can reach the end of that lava pit. A lava pit on a snow level. Alright, well, since it's a Mario Flash level editor, let's just go ahead and put some grass, some normal grass blocks in a snowy area with also a lava pit next to it, because why the hell not? My idea here is, if you watch my previous core show and tell video, which is my Super Mario Maker 1 series, on each world that I do, one of the levels I did was looking at a certain thing that'll tell you how to progress through the level. Wasn't completely dependent, but I know how I'm going to make this work really well here in Mario Flash. If you still don't know what I'm talking about, well, let me show you. I'm going to put this 4 set of blocks here. My idea here is that one of these blocks, or at least one of the points of these blocks, will determine how you progress through to the level. And later on using the warps, because I'm really excited about this. Actually, no, I know I have a much better idea. I'm going to use these lava balls, and I'm going to line them like this. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't I align that third one in line with the others? Well, when you play this level, this is how you'll determine how to progress through the level when you come across this sort of thing again, later on in the level. We'll get back to this later. Speaking of which, let's just make some distractions by putting a whole bunch of bullet bill cannons shooting that way. Actually, no, that doesn't help. You can't tell how you... Oh, maybe, hang on. I'm trying to figure out how can there be a way that people will know how to progress through the level when they come across this again. There isn't a thing like Super Mario World where you can hit something and it will show you some text. Because I was going to give the player a bit of a hint on like how you can determine what is the right way to go by looking at these fireballs. But I bet no one will know that it's the first fireball that hits the block. Okay, let's scrap the fireballs, or the lava balls. I'm going to try using the Koopas. I'm going to use the red ones so they stay where they are. I reckon, let's just put a flying Koopa there. Yeah, I reckon that'll work well. I just want to make sure you can't... actually just make that jump like this. Don't worry, we'll change the name of the level. I'll do it when I'm done. Yeah, you can't do it without hitting the hidden block. Okay, so this is how you can determine how to progress through the level. Who is the odd one out? And then go over, and then gotta figure out what to do for the rest of the level here. Alright, I reckon I might just put a warp point here. I'll use an actual warp pipe for this one, but I reckon I'll use like the cool, more detailed pipes, which are these. Yeah, I like these. I'm gonna make like a pipe maze. I'm gonna make like this whole area like a pipe maze to get around, and I reckon I'll do it so that you have to find the right way to go. Alright, so I've built up a little bit of a maze here, and this is where I'm going to start using the warps. Now, what's cool about Mario Flash level building is that when you use the warps, you don't have to go to another sub area to do that. Now, when you use a warp, the only way you can use warps in Super Mario Maker is that you put Mario into a pipe, and then no matter what, it has to take you to the other sub area. However, in Mario Flash, you're on control on where Mario actually goes, either main level or bonus zone. So as an example, if I put a warp so they can go through this pipe here will not take you to the bonus zone until you make a decision. You can choose either to stay in the main level or the bonus zone, but I'm going to keep it in the main level since this pipe goes from here to here. It only makes sense that you'd come right out here. That's a new warp pipe created. Alright, so when you go through here, you will just come out through here, and you're still in the main area. Just want to make sure you can't go through here. Okay, you can't. Good. Because that makes this pipe maze, well and truly, a maze. Alright, so my idea here is the pipes that lead, that looks like it has an entrance and an exit in the main area. Like, for example, this pipe that I've already put a warp pipe. This will just leave you in the main area. However, for pipes like this one, these kinds will take you to the bonus area. And I feel like I've made the main area way too big, because I honestly don't have much left to do. Alright, so this will go here. You're going to make sure you're not going to want to go into this pipe, because once you do that, you will end up in the death pit. Okay, well, I'm gonna make it so that this area means you have to progress through to the bonus level in order to continue the level, which is gonna be one of these two pipes. I'm gonna try and make some use for this part here. I reckon I'm just gonna put a power up. Put a power up right here. So that when you come through here, you can get yourself a nice mushroom before you continue. That is if you've lost a life before, which I doubt you would have, but if you somehow did, then no problem. Get another mushroom right here. Okay, so I don't know if I've made a mistake or not. Hang on, let's just go through this way. Can you go back through? Yeah, you can't go back through unless there's a block directly beneath you. Actually, I have an idea on how I can make this work. Alright, so I don't want us to get stuck there once you get through here. So just gonna put this nice lovely block there. So you can get back this way. Can you, oh wait, can you go back that way? If the arrow is pointing that way, can you still go back through, like left through this pipe? This is why you test things out. Oh wait, no, you can't. Okay, so there's only one-way pipes. Unless you can overlap, unless you can put in warp points like this. No, you can't. Okay, so, alright, so I'm gonna have to do like a full-on circular rotation. Because once you go through this way, you basically can't get back out that way. I'm gonna now put this here, so then you can come out through here. Alright, that should work. Okay, I just want to see if I had this right. Okay, so in order to progress through the level, you have to go through one of these two green pipes here. But I need to make sure that you can still grab this power up here without being stuck or being forced to die through this death pit. So, okay, so you go through here, you come out that way, and then you can jump on here, then, yep, grab the question block, go through this pipe here, and then, yeah, you're still fine. Alright, so the pipe maze, looking slick. Having a lot more fun than I thought I would making this level. The Mario Flash exclusive level. And I reckon I might make a few monsters here. Let's just put a few fire bros here. Lava balls. My god, fire bros, lava balls. Blech. Can I change the size of the level? I don't think I can. I could probably do something with the code, but I have absolutely no idea how level codes work in regards to how each block or object is placed. Yeah, I don't know if I can change. Hang on. Okay, what I'm gonna do for the time being, let's have a look at the music. Now this is a snow area, so let's see what music works best for a snow area, but with also death pits and normal overworld looking blocks. That one's not bad. It's basically the same. That one I'm saving for the bonus level, the bonus zone. That one's not bad either, but I like it for the menu kind of music. You know what? This is normally underground, but this one might actually work. That one, nah. If there's like lava all around, then I'd definitely use that castle music. Ooh. Oh, I like this one. I reckon I might choose this one. And then that's just normal music, and that's normal. Okay, this one, I am choosing this music for here. I also realized that if you still keep the mushroom, you can also get a flower if you keep the mushroom here. So I reckon this question mark block can be worth it if the player chooses to go around. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put a hidden block here. I'll make this so that there's a scenario where the player goes, wait, how do I get back here? Goddamn, I'm stuck here. And then I realize, oh, you hit that question block, and then you can go around here, and through here, and then through the pipes, the green pipes that is, to get to the bonus level, which I'm actually going to start doing now, because I reckon I'm done with the main area, but I have like nothing else to do for the rest of this main level here. That shouldn't be a problem though. Alright, now I was thinking with these two green pipes here, the vertical green pipes that is, that go like down, I figured I could do one of them as a troll pipe and one of them's the right way to go pipe, but I don't feel like I want to do that. Because I don't want this to be a troll kind of level. I don't want this to be a level where I'm meant to troll people. Like, I know there's a death pit right here, and when you go through this pipe, you can't see from here that you're going into a death pit. However, since you do come here first, you can see this pipe here, which connects to this one. So that one doesn't really count. I'm just gonna make one of them work, one the other doesn't. I'll choose this one. So now we're gonna go to the bonus zone, and right there we go, right there. Alright, so now that we're in the bonus zone, can now change the music to here. Alright, you know what I am going to do? I'm actually going to be funny here. I'm going to put a warp here, and then it'll take you out right through this pipe here. So you can't go in it, but you can go out through it. And you'll go, wait, no, let me go back through this pipe. I just don't really know what else I could do, apart from the part where you have to figure out the right key, where you have to go. The invisible warp thing. I'll put in a couple lactus. I reckon this bonus zone, while it seems very peaceful for the music, I reckon I just might start adding a bit of challenge. You have to try and get through it quickly with all the chaos happening. So then you reach the last point and then the end of the level in the main area. And that's sort of what I'm thinking here. Alright, and I reckon here, I'm gonna make yet another lava pit. I'm gonna make it even bigger this time. If for some reason you're asking why, well, this is Mario Flash. If a Mario Flash game offers a lava pit, no matter what the area is, then I'm sure as hell gonna use it. That works. Oh my god. Okay, you gotta rush quick, because the Lakitus, the Lakitus like bunch up together, and then they just drop the Spinies like really quickly. I'm just gonna stick with one Lakitu. I'll just start him right here. And then, oh yeah, I reckon I gotta put a Bowser. I gotta put a Bowser towards the end of this bonus zone. Or maybe at the end of the main level, who knows? I'll decide that later on. Alright, since we've had this before, let's keep it a bit of a theme when going over lava pits. Let's do these two Koopas here. I just want to do it as close as possible, so... Actually, is there a difference between the green and red Koopa flying? No, not really. Alright, I reckon since this ground's being used, the normal Super Mario World ground, I reckon I'm gonna use that as an advantage to use these blocks and just make a giant hill. And I reckon to make it more interesting, I'm gonna put like a little underground area here. And there'll be something special down here. Or I could just be mean and just put a bunch of hidden blocks here. But I'm not, so I'm not going to. Okay, but it doesn't seem to be a way to get back out. Alright, you know what? I have an idea on how to make this work. Actually, I'll just put a lava pit here, so you have to go down this way. Or it could just be risky, try and jump over this gap, which I'm gonna actually make longer. So I reckon there's actually used to go up there. Wait, can we have lava balls that float here? You know what? Let's just do this for funsies. So if they do drop through here, then that's more of a challenge. You know what? Let's keep something special thing here. That's a superstar. And if there's a star here, let's put a whole bunch of enemies. Let's just put all these hammer bros here. Alright, you gotta make sure you get the star quick. Okay, wait, some of the hammer bros just go up there. Oh yeah, and then that's it for that level. At least the end of the bonus zone. Alright, so let's see what happens when you go up here. So this, okay, the lava balls go very high there. I didn't know the hammer bros come up there. I don't like that. Get rid of the hammer bros. Let's go, yeah, let's put the thwomps here, I reckon. You basically have to get the star. But if you choose to take a different route, then you can go up here as well. And with lava balls, they can actually jump on certain blocks. They don't just go through the whole level. Ah, no, there's not much space for any of this. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all this here because I remember it is time to put the most exclusive thing possible in distinction from this game and Mario Maker 1. And that is the invisible warps. And this area is where that's gonna shine. But I do have to first make sure this is possible to jump through these lava balls. I don't know if it is. Nah, I really don't think it is. What if I lower the lava pit a little bit? Okay, no, it is possible. And I reckon for that matter, I reckon you should have a reward for making that sort of jump. By just putting... I could put a mushroom... I'm just gonna put a mushroom here. And then, nah, oh, should I? Because this is the easy route. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this as it is. And I'm gonna think of this area as like, do you want to go the easy route or do you want a bit of a challenge, you know? It's like this way is the hard way and this way is the easy way. I reckon I'll just leave it up to the player. There's no reward either way, but I reckon I'll leave it up to the player. All right, now, this is where this last area of the bonus zone is gonna shine. Because as you remember, there was this. This is where it's gonna shine. Although, ooh, you know what? Okay, I said I wasn't gonna do this. I said I wasn't gonna be mean, but I reckon I'm going to set this sort of thing up, but I'm gonna make 4 invisible warps through each block or each point. So let me first set this up. Alright, so these Koopas are now all normal. You can no longer see the odd one out. So, my idea here is that I've actually now found a use for all the remaining areas, including the ends of the main level. Because as I said, I don't really have anything else to do for this remainder of the space. I've now found out what to do. Alright, so essentially the rest of this level, except partly the ending here, will be a full-on lava pit. And the only way you can get to this lava pit and fall into it is by you choosing the wrong option. So, as we've established, invisible warps exist. So let me go ahead and fill all that in and then I'll head right to the ending. Okay, so I've now put in all the warps, which means only one of them leads to the right path. But which one? Probably remember in this video. But if you don't, good luck. Alright, and here is where I set up the flagpole. So let's set it up. Let's put it, there we go, right there. That'll do. Alright, now I want to put a Bowser here. Now this seems very close quarters, but I mean, I just feel like I have to. You can like stack, oh my god. And apparently, unlike Mario Maker, you can put in more than 3 Bowsers. Which I'm not going to do. That is just, no, that is stupid. Just one. One lovely Bowser. Alright, is there any way this can help you? I reckon I might put 2 mushroom blocks like this here, I reckon. And then just hope you can just get through Bowser this way. And I reckon that's pretty much that. I reckon that is the level, which I actually need to put a level name in. We're gonna put in for a level like this. What does this level scream out to? Exclusive land it is, because as we've established that most stuff in this level, the idea here is just to include most stuff that like, isn't possible to do in Mario Maker 1. And where it's mostly possible to do in a game like Mario Flash. Alright, exclusive lands. Let's do it. Alright, so here we go. Start off with a beautiful, nice 7 music. I forgot, which I actually don't know what it's called. Alright, start off with a mushroom. Got a bit of a jump to make. Alright, here we go. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Okay, I need to find hidden block. Okay, got it. Here we go. Go over the exclusive lava pit in a snow level and go on the falling platform, which you got to be ready for it to fall. And now, this is what truly matters in order to finish the level. Anyways, onwards we go, up through the platforms. And with bullet bills that can only go left. Here we are through the pipe maze. I want to reach for that flower. So how do I get around there? Alright, let's go this way. So we can get past that wall there. Alright, but how do I get over? Ooh, okay, I sort of partly touched the block, so it didn't turn into the hit one, but okay, that's fine. And I realized the lava balls just bounce based on where you actually place them. That's hilarious. I've reached the flower. I go down through this pipe. And here we are, into the bonus lands, which actually, alright. Now, the fire flower actually helps, but I immediately lost it, which is not ideal. That's alright, we're still going. Get through the fireballs. We can skip that Koopa, that's okay. Quick. Oh, no. Okay. I forgot which difficulty I was going to choose. Either the easy way or the hard way. You know what? I'm up for a challenge. Alright, now I have more of a chance here. But, okay, it hit me. Okay, but that's fine. We got through it. The fireflower really helped there. And now, here we are. The only way to finish this level is to hit one of these blocks. But which one was it? Do you remember? And I'll give you lads 5 seconds to see if you can remember and think back to what is the right block. And congratulations to those who got it. It was this one. This one right here. You go through it and you reach the end. Okay, grab the mushroom. You know, I can just jump over him. I got it! I took damage, but I got through it. And there you have it, lads. That is exclusive land. Oh, man. Mario Flash. The Mario Flash level builder is just the greatest thing in the history of Flash games. And if you do want to play this level, I will of course leave the code in the description. It'll take you to a link where the entire level code will be there. So all you have to do is just put in the entire level code, copy it, put it into Mario Flash by putting it into the load button here, which you will find once you enter the level editor in Mario Flash. And you can play it for yourself. Exclusive land, where the level is all about things that it can be far more interesting to play than your average Mario Maker level. And just to clarify, it doesn't mean that I have anything against Mario Maker 1. Super Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U is still by far one of my most favorite games of all time. But this level editor in Mario Flash, it is unreal. I highly recommend everyone tries it out. I reckon everyone should just start launching this game again at namuki.com. You guys should be pretty used to that. Where that's where you can play Mario Flash. And I reckon everyone, since you can still share levels, unlike Nintendo banning course uploading in Mario Maker 1, this is a place where you can still share levels, and the level builder is just as good, if not better, than anything that Mario Maker 1 could do with their level builders. Anyways, that'll do. Thank you lads so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.